Hey, parents. Good evening to you. I'm gonna see if I hope you have sound. This is Mr. Jackson. I see Mrs. Belichick is online. Hey, Ms. Belichick. Ms. Belichick, who co-teaches with me online. We're online tonight to explain the homework assignment. I hope that all of you can hear me fine. I'm also broadcasting via Twitter too. For those of you who are on Twitter, I'm also broadcasting this simultaneously, one on my iPad and one on my cell phone. So bear with me. I've never done both of them at the same time. So, but there's a first time for everything. But this is not going to take long. I just wanted to send out talk to you directly, parents, about the homework tonight. And if in the event that you have to leave, maybe you're in the middle of something right now and you need to leave, no worries. I'm going to post the same broadcast up on my my JMS, my Simpson webpage. You can just go on there and there'll be a video link that says geography video homework instructions. Only reason I wanted to talk to you directly is so that you guys get an understanding. Now, if you have a question to ask me, know there's a slight delay. Mrs. Velchek is online. She co-teaches with me, and hopefully Ms. Velchek will be able to answer your question. If not, then she'll defer the question to me, but we kind of work in tandem with each other. But she's going to try to answer your questions as much as possible. But anyway, I want to talk to you about the rubric that I sent out yesterday in the email. Many of you got on the Remind text messaging. Basically, what the students are going to be doing is creating a homework project. Now, Ms. Velchek, if you can go to I don't know if you're at your computer or if you're on your iPad. If not, I can do it. But I need, if there's any way possible, you can put up the link to my JMS webpage. On my JMS webpage, that's a Simpson webpage where you can find samples of the projects that the students have done in previous years. And basically what the students can do, the whole crux of this whole project is that they're going to create something with the 7 continents and the 5 bodies of water. I don't care, they can be as creative as they want to with this. I do ask that they be creative. I always tell family, this could be a family affair where you can help out, if you choose to, your child with this homework project, or guide them as they're working with this. I've already started talking to several of the students, and it seems like they've got some pretty creative ideas. It's awesome when you let students take the wheel, what they can do. But the project, if you go on my webpage, let me see if I can pull it up. If you go on my webpage, you can see some of those previous projects. The only thing we ask is that it not be food, anything with any type of food involved. But not when I say food, like things like with peanuts or something that's edible. But they can, if they want to do so. I have some students on my, I want to do a Skittle project. That's fine. You guys can do whatever. You be as creative as you want to be with this project, okay? I do that, in the rubric we ask that they identify where their family's origins originally from. It says country, but I'm more concerned about the continent because the whole project was to deal with the 7 continents and 5 bodies of water. If you can find out which of the 7 continents, and they should all by now know because you just did a homework assignment 2 weeks ago where I sent out they did the writing assignment, and that's what this whole purpose for this project was they were to write exactly where their family was from. Now, by the way, I got several emails about well, my family's from North Carolina or South Carolina. Well, no, actually, where originally did you originally? Like my ancestors actually came over from Africa before the slave trade. Well, you want to tell me where did your family originate? Now, I know one of the challenges is finding out what country. It's great if you know the country in which your family is from. Unfortunately, my family does not have the records of where we came from. Our ancestors came from in Africa, but we know that we came from the west side of Africa. If you know your ancestors, the country, that's great. If not, just give me the continent and where they come from. On their project, I want you to give me something like a symbol or something that lets me know that Jane or John Doe did this project and their family origin is in say Europe, they're from Europe, you would put like a little flag or something. You don't, whatever, something to say that this is your project. Also, before we move on, in the history manual on page, let me see here, hold just one second. If you're struggling trying to find an idea of what you want to do, in the history manual on page 3, there is, I think I got like 75 ideas that you can come with on here. The only one I ask is not a PowerPoint. I'm not allowing students to do PowerPoints. I want them to actually do something very creative. If you want to do something, like I had some students, one kid, believe it or not, he made a movie one year. You know, let them be as creative as they want to. It doesn't have to be something physical. I had one student make a movie one year. If that's something that you desire to do, that's perfectly fine as well. I just want to see creativity in it. I'm giving them the full 2 weeks to get the project done. I'm asking you don't spend a lot of money on it. You know, do it within reason. I've shopped at the dollar store. I've shopped at Target, Walmart. I've seen students go to Joann's or Hobby Lobby or Michael's, those type of stores to get some of their products. But look for that stuff on sale, or definitely try the dollar store for a lot of things that you need. You'd be surprising how economically you can do this without spending a lot of money, under $10 to do a project. If you're struggling, like I say, go to page 3 in the history manual, and you can see some ideas of different projects some ideas of what you can do to do your project. In addition to that, also you can go to my Simpson. I think. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Velchek. She just put you can click on that link, and it will take you to my JMS webpage. Let me see something. Let me check that out. Thanks, Ms. Velchek, for posting that up for us. You can go there and check out the different the projects that students have done. Students in previous years have been really, really successful with this, and I'm excited about it. This is their first project that they're going to do with me outside of classroom. I'm pulling something up real quick. Just bear with me, parents. Snap, crackle, and a pop. Okay, yeah. So, are there any questions that you may have of me with respects to the project? Any parents that have any questions that you may have that you're concerned with? Feel free. You can, if you don't feel comfortable, put them in the comment section where me and Ms. Velcher can answer. You can shoot me an email. At derek.jackson@lcps.org. But, you know, if there's any questions you'd like to ask, please feel free to ask them now. But we want you to have fun with it. This is a really, really great time. Oh, the due dates. The project is due the 2nd and the 3rd of October. That was 2 weeks from Monday and Tuesday. The 2nd and the 3rd. You may want to ask your child when he or she comes home, have they started, you know, what ideas have they started coming up, or have they formulated? Have they put these ideas on paper? So that when they're not waiting to the very last moment to try to come up with something. Also, you want to please make sure before somewhere on that project that they put a first and a last name and a block number and a date. I'm going to say that again, a first and a last name and a block number and date. Oftentimes, students turn these big, huge projects in, and there's no way of knowing whether projects, who they belong to. Also, the projects cannot be turned in early. I get that asked often, can they be turned in early? No, they cannot, and here's why. I don't have the space in my classroom for the projects. I just don't. I'd ask that you please just turn them in on October the 2nd and October the 3rd, depending on which day I see you. Some students I see on the A day, I see that Mrs. Velchek has posted the dates up there, and some I see on B day. Just turn it in on the day. If there's a special circumstance that you need that you may need to turn it in early for, you know, maybe something that's coming up, by all means, reach out to me personally and let's have that talk about it. But other than that, I'd ask that you not turn the projects in early because I just don't have the space. Now, on the day of the projects that they're due, students are permitted to come down to my room early. I will be here as early as 7:30 in the morning to start receiving students. Parents, the school staff will know that it's okay for them to bring them down directly to my room, because one of the concerns that many of the students had was, well, what happens if I can't fit it in my locker? I'm like, well, no, don't put your project in your locker. Bring it directly to me and I will hold it, especially if you know, because I may not see these students until the end of the day. Bring it on to me anyway, and I will hold the project in my classroom, so you don't have to worry about taking it out or moving it out into your locker or what have you. Someone asked, do the continents need to be different colors? I'll let you make that decision. It just needs to be creative. If you, I like color, I'll tell you that gets Mr. Jackson's attention. But if you don't use color to do your project, then that's fine. I mean, if it makes sense for you for all 7 continents to be the same color, then go with it. But if you have the time and you think that it would make it, as I tell the students all the time, pop. If you think it makes it pop, then to do all colors, then do 7 different colors with the different continents. I think one of the reasons one of the students, I think that question was asked because they're doing a project in class with the 7 continents, and I am making them do them all different colors. But for this project, I'll let them make the determination. I've had students do it both ways. Some gave each continent a different color, and some gave the continents one color. It's all about, if it fits for you to do it that way, then more power to you. I won't steal that creativity from you. Gotcha, Campbell. Okay. So, are there any other questions that you may have? I know this was a short video, but I just kind of this is the first project that they're doing for me on their. Yeah, there you go, Mrs. Belcher said, make it like a boss. Make it like a boss. Got this big boss cup right here that a parent gave me. Give me like a boss. Excuse me, I got water all over me. So, yeah, this is your first project. So I just wanted to talk to the parents. I just wanted to get put this out there to you because I know that many of you are concerned, and I know that the students coming home asking them, well, what did Mr. Jackson say? And they're like, they really can't tell you exactly what it is. But it's just all they're doing is creating something with 7 continents, 5 bodies of water. And by the way, please make sure you spell the continents correctly. I hate taking points off for spelling. Make sure that they spell the continents correctly. You'd be surprised what Word and Google will do for you. Please make sure to spell the continents and the 5 bodies of water right. Other than that, I'm going to stop off there. Thank you, parents, for coming on. I really appreciate it. If you missed it, don't worry. I'm about to post this up in 30 minutes up on my JMS page. Are there any last final questions before I bail out? All right. Thank you, Ms. Vilcek. By the way, parents, I don't know, many you don't know Mrs. Vilcek. Just one more time, I want to give her a shout out. She co-teaches with me, and she's away on student teaching right now, but she still does the co-teaching online with me, and she's the one that's answering all your questions because she's a better typer and listener than I am. But thank you, Ms. Vilcek, and thank you, parents. Y'all have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.